Aloha, everyone. Jody Mountain here with Lineage of Light and more of the Ancient Wisdom series. Today, I'd like to speak more about the principle that everything is connected with everything else. And we can see that this is true in nature, that the earth is one being, and everything that is rooted in the earth, connected with the earth, flying over the earth, is in some way in relationship with that earth. The ocean rushes against the shore, and that vibration moves into the land. The rivers come down through a number of ecosystems into the ocean, and that energy gets passed throughout the ocean. The sky seems to touch the horizon. So even when we perceive things to be connected, in that perception, they are connected. And in terms of our own lives, we are connected with everything in a number of different ways. So we are, of course, connected with the earth, and everything we do is emanating into that field of this atmosphere and this earth. We're breathing air from many different places on the planet, and we keep breathing in all kinds of different combinations of molecules from different people, different places, different landscapes. So also, I wanted to mention, even if we hear about something, that is a form of connection. So if we turn on the news and we hear of some disaster on the other side of the planet, or we hear about anything, any political conflict, we are now in connection with that. And in this pathway, the most helpful thing we can do with our connectivity, with our relationship with all being, is to meet what arises, what our system gives us in that relationship. So if we hear about war on the other side of the planet, we can look inside and see, where am I fighting with myself? And in that way, we can unwind whatever vibration, whatever frequency we are emitting that is the same as that conflict. So in that way, we each get to do our own little bit to free that sense of conflict on the earth. It doesn't mean that we don't do practical external things. If we hear about starvation, it doesn't mean we don't donate, or we don't volunteer, or we don't give money to our food bank. But what this work is pointing to is the vibrational frequency that we are contributing to our lives, our own lives, and also contributing to the rest of the planet and to the rest of all life. So the way we navigate inside ourselves with ourselves has an emanation to it. It has an effect on the rest of the world. I don't know that we can prove that, but it is part of this pathway and this paradigm. And I've certainly seen the proof of that in smaller ways. So in more immediate relationships that I have around me, that people that are close to me, that I can see their response, the exact same navigation has proven to be extremely effective. So if I'm in relationship with someone and they start, we start having a conflict, and if my opinion of them is, let's say, just as an example, they're being childish, they're being They're being selfish and childish. And then I can look in, instead of thinking about them and how I would love to change them and how they should change their behavior, I then take them out of the picture. And then I go to myself and look inside at my own inner family and see what parts of me are childish with myself, what parts of me just give up on everything else, take my toys and go home because I'm not happy with how things are going inside me. And what parts of myself are selfish, what parts of myself just take my attention, even though my greater well-being doesn't really want that, just take my attention. No, we're gonna just constantly distract ourselves with this, this thought or this obsession or this habit. And so when I go inside and I look honestly at how I'm navigating with my own self, not with anybody else on the outside, and that frequency can shift and change and become more open and free. It's not about making that go away. Do you know this navigation? It's about meeting everything, welcoming everything, and allowing it to kind of blossom in a way. Things inside of us that we clamp down on, that we push away, that we want to make go away, it's just something trying to blossom. And if we can give it the chance to speak the fullness of its truth to us, within a context of our wider attention, within the context of the mystery that is passing through us, that family member then can settle into its own rightful place inside of us. And it doesn't have to keep, hello, 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 trying to get your attention. Hello, look at me, listen to me. Yeah, you have those recurring things sometimes that are just tapping you on the shoulder. Oh God, not that again. Oh God, not that situation again, not that thought again. Yeah. So this is, in this paradigm, this is something trying to say, hey, I'm trying to speak. I've been trying to speak for years. I've been trying to speak for a few minutes now. I've been trying to speak for decades. So eventually what I've found is when I finally go, yes, what is it? What, come to me, come closer to me, tell me more. Then that family member can finally go, okay, well, it's like this and this and this hurt and this is difficult and this. And if I have this wider attention, meaning that family member doesn't take over my whole attention, like a child telling its mother all of the stuff that happened out in the playground today, if I can be that wider, in that wider space, or I can open to that, that family member can then go, it's complete. It can complete its journey and then rest inside of me. So anyway, long story short, when I have done, long story long, when I have done that in myself with people in my own, sphere, I have noticed that the outside behavior that I was so critical of changes. And I wonder to myself sometimes, did it really change, or did my perception just change? Did I just all of a sudden stop being bugged by whatever they were doing? Or did they actually change? They seem to change. That is all I can say. So in the end, much harmony comes from, on the outside, comes from this allowing of harmony to find itself on the inside. By allowing of harmony, I mean this meeting and listening, bringing closer, allowing. Seems to result in a lot of really tangible results, let's say, on the outside. And so this is my own personal experience of me shifting my internal frequency and then watching the outside change. So, and just one small note on that, if you want to try it, is that it's probably best not to go into it wanting to fix something or change something on the outside. If you receive whatever is tapping you on the shoulder as an opportunity to learn about yourself, as an opportunity to find new family members in you that perhaps you didn't know were trying to speak, and to go into it with a sense of curiosity, that seems to be the best. Seems to be the best place to come from when you embark on this. If you embark on it in order to make things perfect in your world, or to change things or to fix things, oh, I know how I'm going to fix that person, I'm going to go and do my little inner work over here. Anything different? Yeah. So that's probably not the best place to come from, because there's a lot of other family members with ulterior motives, you know, participating, which those also need to be met, you know. So go into it with a sense of innocence, a sense of discovery, and an opportunity to grow, and see what happens. I'd love to hear if you go there and what transpires for you. So if you are interested in attending any live retreats with Lineage of Light and myself, that information can be found at lineageoflight.com in the links below. And if you would like, in the meantime, to do any deeper online study, I have a website called lineageoflightonlineschool.com. And the latest offering there is a 21-day video course called Living in Wonder. So all that information can also be found below. Thanks for watching, guys. I will look forward to seeing you next time. Aloha.